You know, over the last year or so, Google's been quietly dropping this massive suite of AI tools. They're powerful, they're free, and honestly, most people have no idea they even exist. So today, we're going to crack open that secret toolkit for you.
Okay, let me just throw this out there. What if you could build a functional app, like a real piece of software, just by typing out a single sentence describing it? Sounds like something out of a movie, right? Well, it's not science fiction anymore. It's becoming very, very real.
And that's because, beyond just Google Search and Gmail, the company has built this hidden arsenal of AI tools that are just sitting there, ready to go. So that's all we're doing today. We're going to walk through this whole toolkit and show you exactly how you can use it for, well, pretty much everything, from getting creative to just getting more done.
All right, so where do we start? Let's go right to the heart of this whole ecosystem. This is the Command Center, the place where you can get your hands on almost everything we're about to talk about. It's called Google AI Studio.
The best way to think about AI Studio is like your own personal AI workshop. It's totally free, it's all on the web, and it gives you direct access to Google's heaviest hitters, their most advanced AI models. So you can just jump in and start experimenting and building stuff. And look, when I say powerful, I really mean it. You're getting access to Gemini 1.5 Pro. That's their absolute top-of-the-line model. You also get specialized tools like Imagen for making images and Veo for creating video. And it doesn't stop there. It's even got Gemma and Polygemma, which are these really powerful open models that developers can go and build on top of. And the best part? It's all right there for you to play with, completely free.
Okay, so you've got all this power at your fingertips. What can you actually do with it? Well, for starters, you can basically become a one-person media studio. I'm talking about generating totally original content from nothing more than a simple text prompt.
I mean, you can whip up these incredible photorealistic images. You can generate short, high-def video clips, perfect for social media or ads. You can even create custom audio narrations. Let's actually look at a few examples of this in action.
The real magic here is just how simple it is. You use a model like Imagen 2, you type in a fun, kind of silly prompt like this one. Generate an image of a banana wearing a costume, and bam, seconds later you've got a completely unique image that didn't exist a minute ago.
And it's the exact same idea for video. This simple sentence right here, that was fed into the VOE model and it spit out a really high-quality, professional-looking video clip. Just think about the possibilities there for creators or small businesses, right? People who need marketing footage but don't have a huge budget.
And hey, these creation tools aren't just for visuals. Let's talk about audio. Imagine you write a weekly newsletter. You could just take that text, upload it, and have the AI generate a full audio version of it. All of a sudden, your audience has a totally new way to engage with your stuff.
Okay, so that's the whole creation side of things. Pretty cool, right? But what might be even more powerful is how Google is weaving this AI directly into the apps you and I already use every single day. Let's take Google Sheets, for example. All right, picture this. You just ran a survey. And now you've got a spreadsheet that's just full of raw, messy feedback from your customers. You know the drill. Normally, you'd be staring at this for hours trying to pull out themes and figure out what to do next. But now, you can just type a single prompt right into a cell. This exact prompt took all of that messy data and, in a matter of seconds, turned it into a structured, strategic action plan. I mean, that's just a massive, massive time saver.
And it's not just happening in Sheets. Hop over to YouTube. There's this new Ask button that's powered by Gemini. You can literally chat with a video, ask it for a summary, or tell it to find the exact moment a certain topic is mentioned. No more wasting time scrubbing back and forth through the timeline. It's awesome.
Okay, another tool that is just incredible is called NotebookLM. The best way to describe it is, it's like your personal research assistant. You feed it all your stuff, PDFs, articles, web links, even YouTube videos, and it becomes an expert on your specific material. Then it helps you find connections and come up with new ideas you might have missed.
But see, it's so much more than just a summary tool. It's really more like a thinking partner. It can automatically create mind maps so you can visualize your research. It can whip up instant audio summaries. It can even turn all your notes into quizzes and flashcards to help you actually learn the material. It's wild.
All right, let's circle all the way back to that mind-blowing idea from the beginning, building a real working app just by describing it. This is where AI stops being just an assistant and really becomes your co-creator. The process is, it's almost hard to believe how simple it is. You go into AI Studio. You just describe your idea in plain English. The AI then goes to work.
It plans the whole structure, writes all the code, and hands you back a working app that you can start testing and tweaking right away.
So, how long does all this take? Well, in one demo, someone built an app that generates YouTube thumbnails from a text description, and it was built from scratch in just 90 seconds. Let that sink in for a second. From an idea to a working tool in less than 2 minutes, and you didn't have to write a single line of code.
And this text-to-app thing is starting to pop up everywhere. There's a tool called Opal, for instance, that helps you build simple automated workflows. And Google's Firebase Studio, it can generate an entire website, front-end and back-end, from just a description in about 3 minutes.
And finally, Google also lets you build your own custom AIs. They're called gems. Now, if you've ever played around with custom GPTs in ChatGPT, it's the exact same concept. You give it specific instructions, you feed it your own knowledge, and you create a totally personalized AI helper that's fine-tuned for whatever task you have in mind.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? The crucial point is that AI isn't some futuristic sci-fi concept for experts anymore. It's not just for developers or data scientists. It's here, right now, as a practical, accessible, and, for the most part, free toolkit that literally anyone can start using today.
You know, this technology really does level the playing field. It turns anyone into a potential creator, a researcher, a builder. So, I guess the only real question left to ask is, now that you have all this power at your fingertips, what are you going to build?